evening, everybody, and welcome to my show. This is Dennis Aloia, and I've been called the Godfather of web television. And I'm here to restart my show, which I stopped about 6 months ago for some personal reasons. Took a little time off, relaxed, But now I'm back. Just when I thought I was out of it, my son Michael dragged me back in. Now let me tell you a few things about my firstborn son Michael. Number one, he handles the family business, which is American Hearts Radio and Television Network. We're worldwide. So I thought I'd take a little break. I'm a consigliere to my son, in other words, a counselor, so I was helping him out, this and that, telling him about the pitfalls, where the money angles were, however I could help him, I was doing it. So Mike came to me one day and he said, "Pop, listen," he says, "if you will come back and do your show, Keeping It Real," he says, "I'll make you an offer you can't refuse." I said, "Mike, what is the offer?" He says, "I'll tell you what, Pop, I'll get you a whole new crew." A new crew. I like that idea. So I decided to come back, and not only do I have a new crew around me, I got a brand new studio. This is the best. We're filming or actually doing this live in high definition all over the world. This is terrific. Now you might ask, what happened to the old crew? Well, they disappeared. They're gone for whatever reason. But that's another story. Now, before I forget, let me tell you about my other son, Fredo. Now, Fredo, he was taking care of my security for a long time, and he kind of had a lapse in judgment there not too long ago, and it caused me to get hurt a little bit. But I'm okay. I recover quick, He wanted to be here tonight, but my good friend Clemenza, he decided to take him on a fishing trip. So, knowing my friend Clemenza, I'm sure that Fredo's going to catch his limit. Now, third thing. In a few minutes, I'm going to bring up a young lady that is my guest. She's got the whole package. She's got brains. She's got beauty. She's got a great heart. And she's going to share a story of compassion and human giving that you will not believe. You got to stick around. You got to watch the rest of the show, Keeping It Real. Now listen, we're so high tech, we know who you are, and more than that, we know where you are, okay? So don't leave the network during this short commercial break, because if you do, you might wind up sleeping with the fishes. So we'll be right back after the short commercial break with a lovely young lady whose name is Frankie Holbrook. Remember, we know where you are and who you are. Stand by.
Please donate to the Hands and Feet Foundation Westside today. This ministry is a 501c3 non-for-profit organization. They feed people everyday hot meals. They give away clothes and food, and they also offer a sanctuary and prayer. Donate to the Hands and Feet Foundation on the west side, Jacksonville, Florida, right there on 103rd Street. God bless you. Tell them American Hearts Radio sent you. We're on a mission for God.
Please visit Hands and Feet Westside, www.facebook.com/handsandfeet.org, or give them a call at 904-465-5083. 904-465-5083.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Dennis Aloia without the hat. And this is the lovely Miss Frankie Holbrook. And she has agreed to come by tonight. And my son Mike, who lives in Jacksonville, Florida, who is the CEO of this network, met Frankie not too many months ago and was very impressed with her as a person and the things that she's involved with the community, not only in Jacksonville, but also right here in the Atlanta area. So I thought she'd make a terrific guest. I think she looks great in that hat, by the way. And you're a single mom. So like you know, you got all this other extra time on your hands, right?
No.
So tell me about the community service you're involved with, especially with the homeless folks, and the veteran community, I think, is part of that too. Maybe a big part of it.
Yeah, homeless, as you know, 1 in 4 people that are homeless are usually veterans. So that's what I have found by being out on the street, and especially in Atlanta. So most all of them that I meet with consistently are veterans of of some sort, be it Army, Marine, Navy, whatever. But yeah, and so that's surprising. They're on the streets and they don't have any benefits or they don't have any help. Some of them, you would think that they, everybody probably has a view that they're all strung out, they're all addicted, they're all drinking all the time, or but a lot of them have just found themselves without any resources, without anyone to help, and so I just felt a strong calling at the beginning of the year to go down to downtown Atlanta, to the streets of Atlanta, to some of the worst parts like the Bluff. There's a place, Atlanta Recovery Center, that we go to that's a men's transitional center. And I just felt a strong call to go down there. And of course I said no, and had my arguments with God and told him no, but you can't do that.
Yeah. Well,
you never win that argument.
Yeah, you actually started your own ministry, right? New Light Ministries. Do you have anybody helping you with that, or is it a one-person show right now, or have you teamed up with other people?
Yeah, I mean, I partner with a lot, and it's Shine His Light Ministries.
Oh, Shining His Light Ministries.
Yeah, so we say Shine His Light Ministries because I want to go pretty much outside of the 4 church walls, and we do a lot of street ministry, shining His light out in the corners and places where other folks won't go a lot of times. But yeah, no, it's started off just a one-woman show. I rely on some volunteers' help. We don't really have any resources. Anything that we do comes out of my pocket for the most part. For now, we get a few donations, and I'm so grateful for anything that you guys help with.
We're gonna get folks interested in how they can wind up donating. But I want to bring you back to the veteran issue for just a moment. I have a big interest in that because I'm a Navy veteran.
Yeah.
And I did not serve during a shooting war. I was lucky. I was kind of before Vietnam heated up, But I know a lot of the veterans out there now are combat veterans, and it seems to me that a lot of the fellows that are homeless have got this post-traumatic stress disorder. Have you run into that pretty often?
Oh yeah, definitely have seen that on the streets. And one of the things that they talk about, organizations that are trying to help the homeless, they talk about getting them the medication, getting them the help that they need as far as psychiatric help and things of that. What happens is that they'll go into these centers once or twice maybe, and then they'll leave and they're out on the street, and they get kind of pulled away from those centers. And unless they consistently stay plugged in, getting that help and someone working with them and monitoring their progress, then it's very difficult to get them over the hump.
Well, one thing, before our show tonight, we were paid a visit by the local Fox News Network here. Yeah. They did an interview right outside of our studio of Frankie and talking about her ministry. And I noticed in the conversation, I was kind of eavesdropping a little bit. They were asking you about an issue with permits from the city.
Yes.
What was that all about, or what is that all about?
Well, the past few years, probably, as far as I can remember, you've always been able to go out to Hurt Park and feed on the weekends, serve food, give clothes out, Bibles, warm things in the winter, and do things like that, and set up shop and just hand things out to the homeless. Well, they're shutting that down, not just at Hurt Park, but a lot of the other locations. A lot of people go over to the Bluff area and do those sort of things. People go over to Trinity and Pryor. There's just a lot of areas.
Why are they shutting that down?
I don't know. It baffles me. They're saying that it creates too much garbage. Of course, any ministry that I know of or that I partner with, I'm partnering with Vengeance Racing. Talk to you about them. Vengeance Racing.
They're going to be our guest in the very near future on this very show, so we're looking forward to that.
And so we're partnering with them on Thanksgiving, and they have Project Warm Up Atlanta, and they got in touch with me because they said they don't know where they can go and set up where they're not going to be ran off.
Well, now this is the group of folks with this Vengeance Racing network or team that has got a couple of trailers that they're going to fill up with, I guess, food, canned goods, things to help folks?
Not food, but what we're doing is Project Warm Up Atlanta. So we have we have two 30-foot trailers, like race car trailers, huge trailers full of warm stuff. So sleeping bags, blankets, scarves, hats. So we're not taking any food out. You do run into a huge issue fairly quickly if you're taking food. But yeah, so they're just trying to shut everything down around the Atlanta area. They say it creates too much garbage, but I know myself that I can take care of that issue by the containers that I give out, limit how many things that you give them that they can throw away. Of course, clothing and things like that do not get thrown away. Blankets do not get thrown away. They're used. So, you know, I don't know. And they closed one of our largest shelters, Peachtree and Pine, and it displaced about 1,000 people.
Wow. That's quite an impact. Now, you're not only doing things here in the metro Atlanta area for the homeless folks, you're also involved in the same issues down in Jacksonville, Florida occasionally, correct?
Yeah, yes.
Now, who are you working with down there?
Well, I've worked with a couple of folks down there, small organizations, churches. I've just went out and kind of gave them awareness because people don't really know how to do street ministry. So they don't know how to approach someone that's homeless. They don't know how to pray with them or offer prayer or a Bible or things like that. So I have just worked with a couple of churches down there, helping them on awareness and how to help, how to do street ministry, those sort of things.
Great.
Yeah.
What kind of feedback are you getting from the community leaders, if any?
From the community leaders here?
Both, here in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, I haven't been that plugged in. I'm much more plugged in Atlanta, and I haven't gotten much feedback from any of the leaders, surprisingly. And I know that the guys in the Bluff are doing something too, and they're meeting a lot and trying to clean up that area. And I know that you know, a couple of the folks from the church leaders that I spoke with down there are getting involved, but they're not really doing much to make any changes.
Well, you know, with the interview on network television tonight with the Fox News Network, that's going to be on at, I think, 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock our time, plus American Hearts Radio and Television, you know, we're a big supporter of what you're trying to do. And also we're a very big supporter of the Hands and Feet Foundation down in Jacksonville, Florida. My son Mike is very much involved with that ministry. And there's so many good things that they're doing. He's done benefits for them, and you know, he gives and he gets much more than he gives. I guess that's the best way I could get it on a personal level. He gets much more back than what he gives, and that, I think, is really the underlying thing that draws people like yourself into it. You do feel that you're getting something back that really helps your heart and your soul.
Oh yeah. Before I was doing this, I was kind of just going through day to day. We talked about it a little bit. I'm in the corporate world, and I deal with medical field, so you know, very stuffy corporate. You wouldn't see me dressed like this around the office, and so I was kind of being the person that I thought everybody wanted me to be, everybody expected me to be, and when I was called to do these things and called into ministry, and you know, I haven't had the most clean background, and certainly have been through my trials for sure. But when I was called, you know, one reason I said no is because I'm not up to the challenge. I'm not made for this. But when I started being myself and I started going out there and doing things that scared me, and I started just going up and helping people, it just lifted my spirit and it fed my soul, and I started becoming the person that I'm supposed to be and the person that I am in Christ. And so I don't any longer look at what people think of me. I turn to Him, and if He's okay, then I'm okay, and I know that wherever we're going to go, we're going to have the supplies we need to do what we need to do.
That's a great outlook, and that's well said about how it personally impacts you as a person. How can people help your organization out as far as donations or any other things of money, of clothing, of goods that would help the homeless? Do you have a contact number or website or something?
Oh yeah, all of that.
Just happen to have that?
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
you
my
can
gosh.
always give back, and I don't care if it's $5. We'll figure out something to buy with that $5. We don't have a big budget at all. I pretty much do everything on my own now, but we do get some donations, and we're so grateful. And we partner with some really cool people that help us make events happen like Vengeance. But if you want to donate directly to us, then it's paypal.me/shine his light. So paypal.me/shine his light. And then you can also Facebook. We're on Facebook. We do a lot of Facebook Live videos, and there's a lot of content you can go out there and see and enjoy. And you can find my phone number there and call me directly. Or you can private message me there. And then our website is shinehislightministry.com.
Great.
So,
You know,
yeah.
I talked to Bruce, our engineer in Jacksonville,
Yeah.
shortly before the
Yeah.
show. And he mentioned to me that this show gets posted on multiple multimedia websites.
Yeah.
And also a lot of social media sites. So we're going to be out there everywhere. And your message is going to be out there everywhere. So
Good.
I'm hoping to get some good response out of your appearance here tonight.
Yeah, let's
know.
hope. God, He hears us. He sends everything we need. He never ceases to surprise me.
Yeah.
You know, I think on this level, and he raises the bar
Yeah, it's pretty
every
amazing.
time.
It's pretty amazing. I've seen my son have a lot of thoughts along the same lines since he's taken a turn in his life in a big way to more towards God and belief, and he's seen the evidence of prayer. And I'm real happy because he had taken another road at one point in his life that wasn't so positive. So I'm real proud of him for how far he's come in the right direction.
Yeah.
Gee, you know, this is all terrific. It's hard for me to believe Thanksgiving is going to be this Thursday. Isn't that hard for you to believe?
I know.
So Thanksgiving, you're going to be out there helping the folks?
Yes, yeah. Thanksgiving, we're going to be out there again. We're partnering with Vengeance Racing. Ron Mowen and his team are going to be out there. They've got 2 trailers full. We're going to eat Thanksgiving dinner and get full, and then we're going to go out around 3 or 4.
And where exactly are you going to be?
We're going to start out near the Atlanta Recovery Center down near Trinity at 69 Trinity. So call me, text me, get in touch with Ron, private message me, reach out if you want to come and help us hand out items. We'll start out there, and we expect, again, you know, the police are pretty sure about going and shutting everyone down. We think that we'll get a break because it's Thanksgiving. We just hope.
Let me interject something. I believe that the Fox 5 news crew that interviewed you earlier might be out there that day as well.
They may. I'm not
So-
going to speak for them, but they said yes, that they will probably be there.
So I guess if the police try to shut you down, they'd have to deal with the news and the media too. So that might be working in your favor. I don't know. We'll see.
We
You
always
know,
have
hope for
a
the
lot
best.
of cameras on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Frankie, gee, you've been a terrific guest. I feel like I do magic professionally. I don't know if you knew
I
that.
know, yes.
Have you seen any of my
I
videos?
have,
Yeah?
and it's really good.
I didn't come
Really
prepared
good.
tonight to do anything, and I usually got a little something to show my
You don't
guests.
have anything in your hat?
But I'll tell you what. How about I do a little, not magic, but mentalism. How about mentalism?
Mentalism.
Like mentalism?
Yes.
Okay. You got to picture this now.
Okay.
Picture in your mind a deck of cards. There's 52 cards in a deck. They're all red or black, okay? 26 of each color. They're all mixed up. So shuffle them up in your mind. Tell me when you got that part done.
Okay.
Got it? Mm-hmm. Okay, now, Frankie, I want you to reach in mentally. Remove one card from the deck that's in your mind that's shuffled.
Okay.
Look at that card.
Okay.
Concentrate on that card, Frankie.
Okay.
Now I want you to replace the card back into the deck and shuffle it mentally.
Okay.
Got that done?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Give me a moment to connect with you. Now, for the first time, name the card out loud you're thinking of.
8 of diamonds.
That's amazing. It's the same one I was thinking of. Hey!
I was so serious. No.
You can call the 800 number, folks, and I'll teach you that trick, all right? For $9.95, I'll send you the instructions.
Yeah, you just have to be sitting near a sucker, right?
All right, everybody on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving is gonna do that trick at their family gatherings
That would
now.
be
You know,
good. That would
Right?
be perfect. I love it. I love it. He has much better stuff out
I have
there.
much better stuff. No, I am the real deal. In
Yeah.
fact, I'm going to give myself a plug here, if you don't
Yes,
mind. All
do
right.
it. Go.
In fact, you're going to be at the show that
I
we're talking
am
about.
at Lake Arrowhead.
Yes, I have teamed up with the world famous comedian Mr. Brian T. Shirley from Charleston, South Carolina. He and I do shows together about a half a dozen times a year, usually at upscale country clubs throughout the Southeast, but we'll go anywhere if the price is right. Anyway, we're going to be, we've had 4 consecutive sellout shows at Lake Arrowhead Golf and Country Club in Waleska, Georgia. They have asked us to return, so we're coming back there on Saturday night, February the 10th, okay, at 8 o'clock. Now, the food is terrific, so you need to get there about 6 o'clock. It's a buffet dinner. Tickets are, I mean, you need a reservation, but it's a very, very low-cost event, less than $30 a person, which is, you know, good for a night out, right? Where you get a great food, you have a lot of fun, you laugh a lot. Now, the show is called the Magic, Comedy, and Improv Extravaganza. The Improv Extravaganza part is where the audience provides questions to our skit. And our skit, because we're going to be right before Valentine's Day, is going to be titled The Mating Game. So it should be hilarious.
That will be fun.
So anyway, we hope to see you. You can look it up, Google it. It's Lake Arrowhead at Waleska, Georgia. And you're going to be my guest there along with your son, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and I'll post some stuff about that too
Yeah.
in Plug because we'll be out there and it'll be a fun time.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah, we
good
love
time
going
to go.
there. We love the people. We love the food. So it's always a lot of fun. We have a terrific amount of laughs, and it's a G-rated show, except maybe for this next one because it's called The Mating Game, but we'll see how that turns out. Anyway, time slips by so quickly, doesn't
Yeah,
it? I have
it
really
sure
enjoyed your
does.
companionship tonight, and
you.
you're a joy, and I just wish you the best, and God bless you for all the work you're doing.
Thank you so much
And,
for having me.
yeah, I'm going to be back here doing this again, folks. This is a resurrection of my show. I hate to use the word resurrection, but you know, especially with the Godfather bit. But anyway, I'm going to be back doing the show again the 3rd Monday of next month, which would be December. So I'm going to be doing it then, and the 3rd Monday of every month thereafter. I'll always have a new and interesting guest for you to, you know, kind of watch and learn from. So we're going to have a great experience. And hey, if you like the Godfather bit, email me, all right? Maybe I'll bring him back in another capacity. Thanks for watching. Adios, everybody. Have a great night. Happy Thanksgiving.